How are you feeling hamstring-wise?
Cool. Good day of practice. I'm back out there. Took all the reps. Back to D-Dog.
When did the injury happen in the game?
Shoot, the first 4th and 1 or 4th and inches early in the game. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I thought about turning it off. It was that painful, and then I just pushed through it, finished the game.
Have you ever had something like that pop up in the game before?
I almost lost my finger. Went back in the game and kind of built for tough. Built for it. Yeah. Nah, it's just like all jokes aside. Like I think that in this league, what comes with being one of the guys and even how they pay you, it sucks. But you got to be able to push through like certain things. Like the big thing is concussions are very serious. So I would never say push through that. But like when it comes to like little nicks and stuff like that, it's kind of no-brainer for me. Like when it comes to certain things, like your mind might take you there, but you just got to just fight through it. Adrenaline will keep you through and push you through the football game.
Dion, you guys are going to face another good defensive line this week in the Texans. How do you prepare week to week when you've got, pretty much every week you're going to see somebody really good on a defensive line, but just having a whole group that's talented, even guys coming off the bench that are talented. How do you guys prepare for that as an offensive line?
You just got to just stay consistent and look at the type of players that they are on film. Film doesn't lie, and I think that media definitely overpowers a lot of people. And not to say that, like, not to take no shots, because there's no shots. Like, it's just that you can look at who they are in the media or you can look at who they are in real life. And not to say that it's drastically different, because I don't know. But I'm just saying that just look at the film and just look at the type of guys and that they truly are. Like, they're not robots. Like, they have tendencies and they have good players just like how we do. But we're a great offensive line and we play well together. Josh trusts us and we trust Josh. And we treat Josh as our little brother that we have to protect. And I think every week in this league, we're going to come across great defensive linemen. I'm a left tackle, so I usually got to block the best pass rusher or the best player. So it's all a part of it, but who cares?
After the game, Josh had said that communication could have been better between himself and the offensive line, put some of that on him as well.
Yeah.
How do you guys work through that in practices this week?
Josh is always going to put all the weight on himself, but I'll take some of the weight off of him. As well as Josh has to communicate with us, we also have to communicate with Josh. There's 11 people on the football field at all times. And, Josh has a heavy load that he walks around with on a daily basis. And for his line, we all take, 1/5 of that load. So we're going to take some of that off of Josh. But in practice, just being overly vocal, pointing, talking about where's the mic point, who's this guy, what type of front is it, just communicate. Just turn around and talk to him. He's right there. Like there's no secret. Like they have to come through us and we have to block them. So there's no secrets. But just turn around and talk to him. And before getting set, just talk to him and let him know, look, this is what it is. Look, he's out here, he's here, this is there, this is there. And just keep it all cordial and keep it all fine and dandy.
To your point that it's a team sport, 11 guys on the field, Josh was just named the AFC Offensive Player of the Month. Last time he got an award, just for a week, he was saying how he wished it could be shared with the line and everything like that.
Yeah.
What's it like, though, for you guys to see him get these accolades and know that it comes from success from the group as a whole?
Oh, man, it's a great question. It really is a great question. And, I want to give Josh a round of applause for even, giving us a piece of that award, because it means the world. Because, everything that Josh gets and Josh has, I look at it like, cool, I have a piece of that. Spencer, you have a piece of that. Mitch, you had a piece of that. Connor, now you have a piece of that. Cybo, you have a piece of that. And Dave, now you have a piece of that. And when I see all of the glitz and the glam and him doing him, I just smile because I'm just like, hey, bro, your big boys got your back, and I'm happy to see you shine. But it is a number one, it's a reflection of Josh. I think that Josh can't do that without Josh being Josh. But just like in what I said, he's 1 out of 11 people. And everybody that's on the field and with Josh has a piece of everything that Josh has. And I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it, and I wouldn't want it for anyone else but in 17, because I get to go and see those little awards and those little Instagram posts in his basement. So it's pretty cool.
You mentioned the glitz and the glam. What do you think Josh was thinking when you were at the ESPYs?
Probably glitz and glam. That's my left tackle. You know, he's a little bit different, and, you know, Dion is going to be Snow. So I can't help it, man. I'm a true person of myself. I can't fake it, and I'm just me. I speak with truth, and I try to lead with love. So I am what you get.
Dion, what's it going to be like going against Jerry this week?
I can't wait to see Jerry. Like, you know, I bought Jerry's house. So when Jerry got out of here, I bought his house. Jerry's whole career, I was telling Jerry, like, God forbid if you ever do leave, but realistically, if we plan on being here forever, Jerry, you're not about to play for 30 years, right? So there's eventually going to be a time where we got to depart. And I told him I would buy his house, so I have his house. So I think one of the first things that I'm going to tell him is your house is drastically different. It's drastically different. But I can't wait to see Jerry. Great dude, bro. And I'm looking at him on film. He still looks great. He still is playing great. He's very explosive. He still has his bend. He doesn't look old. So, hey, Jerry is still Jerry. So here comes Gary. If you guys remember Gary, here comes Gary. So, and I will bring that out of him too.
Looking at it today, he spent 9 years here.
Long time.
Obviously, there's a lot of people talking about former teammates and everything, but he kind of was the first wave, right, of one of the guys who kind of helped change the culture and the mindset here in Buffalo.
Right. Jerry was one of those first guys. Like, you know, Jerry was here with Rex, right? He was here with Rex, and then when McDermott had came in, that's when, you know, me, Milano, Trey White came in, and it was a merge. And the people that were on board stayed, and the people that weren't, they were out of here. And Jerry was just one of those consistent dudes that just showed his ability and his leadership and who he was. Like, you know, Josh, I mean, Jerry was that guy that if we had a Halloween event, Jerry was paying for it. We were at Jerry's house. We were doing things to build this team through Jerry, because Jerry was that big dog early. So can't wait to see Jerry. I really can't.
What do you think about the way Alec Anderson is fit into his role?
Yeah, I love Alec. We all knew. It was a ticking time bomb. You know, Alec embraces his role truly. And I don't know what they call it, like the sixth man, right? And they call it like the sixth man, like the report guy. But Alec's a great dude. Alec can come in and he could play dang near every position. Guard, center, guard, tackle, even tackle. But, you know, he's very valuable to us. And he comes in and he plays very aggressive. And that's all that we can ask for, is just come in, try not to make no mistakes, and cause pain to somebody else, you know, and all move in one unit, which now it's 6 when Alec comes in.
Who's in the Jerry role now?
Jerry?
Micah, right, that was hosting it for a couple of years there, parties and stuff like that?
Yeah. Well, it was Poyer, but this is the first year that Poyer isn't here, so we'll see. The first holiday up is what? Halloween, right? So we have. Is it October yet? Yeah, it's October, so we got 30 days to see.
Jerry's house.
Yeah, and I don't know about all that. I told you it was different. The layout is a little different. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm pretty sure that we'll come up with a communicative thing and have something at one of these spots. But yeah, it's definitely not my house. No, it is kind of, but yeah. Somewhat.
Dion, it's a homecoming for Ed Oliver. How have you seen him just grow as a player and as a person throughout his time with the Bills?
Proud. If I could say anything about Ed, I'm proud of Ed. I seen Ed come in and was like a little Tasmanian devil. You know, he was just like, I'm Ed Oliver and I'm here. Yeah. And now he's like, what up? I'm Ed. It's a pleasure to be here. So it's a beautiful thing. He's all of Texas Ed is all of Texas. He's a Texas boy from the roots, and he's a great player. He plays extremely fast. He does what he does, and I think that Ed is one of those pieces that is a huge piece of the puzzle of what I would say. Ed has a nice little slot. If we're looking at that puzzle board, he has a nice piece that if it's not there, you see it. Oh, Ed's not there. But Ed is a presence that this team needs, and he fits in his role very, very, very well.
Dion, how has the offense been able to take advantage of short fields so far to start the season?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'll ask it in a different way.
Yeah.
Why is it important to take advantage of short fields when you have them?
Well, one, I would say winning the short battles equals first downs, which keeps us from being in situations where the D lineman could just go hunt Josh. And not to say that we can't do it, block, but it just puts more pressure on us, which is the O-line, and then it puts more pressure on Josh, which is the quarterback. So winning those short distance moments in a football game when it's, let's say, 2nd and 2 or even a 3rd and 2, you want to make sure that you always pass that line so you can stay in the first downs, second downs. Because once you get in 3rd and longs and all that stuff, then that's when the whole game plan changes. And it keeps our playbook open. Like when we succeed early in those downs, it keeps our playbook drastically open where we can do a bunch of different things. And it helps Brady too, where he's not just like pinpointed to one point of his call sheet, where he can have the whole thing in front of him and be like, let's just roll the decks and pick this. Cool.
Thanks.
Yes.